Let's take a look at Black Rifle Coffee's depiction of the first gender integrated boot camp in San Diego. And be honest, is it better? Is it worse? No change. Let's go.
Recruits are the first female recruits to ever arrive on MCRD San Diego.
Let me start off with an unpopular idea. So in high school sports, men and women, they're trained differently. What reasons? I'm not going to pretend to be the scientist on YouTube, but they are. You tend to excel better when you've got good competition. Does this change any of that?
So today will be the first day that we have female recruits training here at MCRD San Diego alongside male recruits.
Look like someone's little sister, I hate to say it. The hair down, it's not a good look. Let's go back to the way it was with the hair at a minimum for these female officers.
The NDA is directed that both depots be integrated, so we are preparing ourselves for that mission.
Women have been serving in the Marine Corps since 1918, and we have done so well.
No one's arguing that women have served in the Marine Corps since 1918 and they've done well. Agreed. And we've trained separately since now. And there's lots of reasons, logistical reasons they get into. And you get into, is the training at the same standard? Is it at the same level? We'll have to be the judge of that. You guys that have served in an integrated company, is it as good?
Today is a huge part of our Marine Corps history in showing the world that we will train anyone who steps on these yellow footprints. I am the commanding officer of Support Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment, MCRD San Diego.
And again, nothing's changed. We were training everyone who stepped in the yellow footprints regardless before we integrated boot camp.
My unit is the first team of Marines that greets the recruits at the yellow footprints. They are the drill instructors that are responsible for beginning the transformation as they enter into recruit training.
All right, let me say the unspoken. For those of you that were in boot camp at one point, and you had a female DI yell at you, was it the same impact as a male DI? I heard lots of guys say they almost laughed. Is it because a woman? No, it's just not what men are used to in that type of environment. The best example is like high school sports. You don't have females coaching you up in wrestling. So people have been raised that way. Better for better or worse, it's just what it is.
Which is a 1.5 mile run, pull-ups, crunches, and then we take them over and we drop them to a training battalion.
There is no way, let's be honest with each other here, when you train men and women together, that you get a better result. Right? If we could, professional sports teams would do it all the time. We take the NBA and train them with the WNBA. If it was a better result athletically, that's what we're looking at, performance, right? PT is all about performance.
This proof of concept is going to afford us the opportunity to see what potential other resources we need, maybe infrastructure modifications that need to be made, but more importantly, manning.
So, as he just said, let me translate. We got to work through all the bullshit with logistics, bathroom breaks, people menstruating, things that we didn't have when we had male-female boot camp, right? We had one set of issues to deal with by the gender. So it's new. It's going to be a thing they have to contend with that they didn't contend with before. Now, I'm not saying good or bad. It's just another thing.
Pole in the tent for us because we've never done that before.
Class 1 TAC 21 was the first integrated drill instructor school class that we conducted, where we had 3 female students who attended the training. The 3 female new drill instructors came in ready to work.
Are we doing things to just say we can do it? Are we doing it because these were the best candidates for the school? So if we're going to have gender integrated boot camp, is that word right? We want the best candidates for DI school, period. It could be all women, it could be all men, it could be 50-50, I don't know. But are we doing it because we can or because we should?
Integrated right in and, conducted training, and we've had no issues.
At Parris Island, it's an all-contained training venue, all there on the island. 4 weeks of our training is conducted up north at Camp Pendleton, so that's quite different. The POI, Program of Instruction, is the same. There are slight modifications.
Got some real issues. Now you're toting recruits from San Diego to Pendleton. They're going to be integrated to some degree with average fleet Marine, just in passing, I'm sure. It could be tricky. You know, it's tricky enough when you get a bunch of young people together. Adds another layer of complexity. How do you manage the bus ride up there? You stick them all together. Do you worry about something nefarious may go on? There's lots of moving parts here.
And then I got to stay closer to home. Like my family hopefully can come here, because if I went to Parris Island, they wouldn't be able to come see me graduate.
Staying closer to home was zero bearing on the boot camp, because she could end up being stationed at Lejeune if she's from the East Coast or West Coast. Kind of pointless. You don't gender integrate just for the sheer sake of location. You had a boot camp in Parris Island. They worked just fine. You had another one. Maybe there's that much of a demand for female recruits coming in the Marine Corps. I think this is an example of, can we do it? Yes, we can, and we did. Should we do it? Probably not. We probably were just fine at Parris Island.
I think the hardest thing is just getting past kind of those historical biases and those gender biases. That's our biggest challenge, is getting people to see that recruit training is probably more difficult than it was 10, 20 years ago.
And I'll tell you, it's not the gender bias, but if you go on a battalion hump, you've got male and females involved. We all know who tends to fall out on the hump, or at least that's our perception. So it's not a bias, it's just what we've seen historically. Because if you're 16 and played basketball with a bunch of guys, not a bunch of girls, it's not a bias, it's just what we do, because we've recognized that girls' physical activities and boys' physical activities are different in level of performance, right?
Working really, really hard at focusing our training on improving what we refer to as the 5 attributes that are expected of every Marine. Previously, a lot of emphasis on physical and mental toughness and warfighting spirit, to the detriment of the other 3 attributes, which are exemplary character.
These officers talking. We know what they want. I don't know how integrating the boot camp makes it better or worse. This is a Black Rifle Coffee production. There's really no editorial. And that's kind of why these channels like this exist, because you'll have a production. We can slant any production any way we want with video editing. What's somebody's opinion? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it no change? Does it matter? And that's up to the people to decide in charge, and for you guys going. Do you feel like it's better or worse?
This is just the beginning of the transformation.
We just came over from Parris Island. We did 3 years over there. We volunteered. We told our company First Arms to throw our names out there, so that way we can come over here and make integration happen.
I was on my last cycle on Parris Island. I had been approached about the possibility of coming to San Diego. I said I'd do it, and I was ready to go.
We are bringing anyone to the Yellow Footprints, and that it is a recruit. It's not a male recruit, it's not a female recruit, it is a recruit.
Well, I was always a recruit, talking head, lieutenant colonel. It was always a recruit. We used to use the word WM. So if you're trying to identify the person, you'd say, oh, the Corporal WM, because there wasn't many women. We knew the rank. If you didn't know the name. It's kind of what people do, like identify the suspect. It was a tall, purple man who looked like Barney the dinosaur. How do you know it's a man? Well, that's what we do. I'm not sure how she's talking in circles, but at the end of the day, is this better or worse? Can we do it? And better yet, should we do it?